Hey guys, welcome back to Themis and Thought. All right, introduction. Welcome, everyone. So this morning, I hope, am I live? I don't know if I'm live, but I'm going to pretend I am. This morning, when I got up, I was going through the live stream and my face looks extremely dry. In any case, I was going through the aging live stream and I was going to do like a really long intro where the topics you see on the screen as my thumbnail would have been like the topics I intro and then get into the aging live stream and then the having the after show. Um, I'm canceling the aging live stream for now, unless I see Crystalline somewhere in the chat. I'm going to cancel that for now because we have other things to talk about. So let's do the welcomes. Thank you all for being here. I so appreciate you being here. I am a couple minutes late, 4 minutes to be precise. Hey Sinji, how are you? Hope all is well. I see that you were live today. If y'all want to know my week this week, it was not. I'm over it. I'm back to drinking mud water. Um, hey Sobo Bobo, how are you? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Um, I forgot. I didn't like mud water. With Coco the attorney, Cassie, Yazzie, everyone, just welcome. Let's just hurry up and get into this because I'm just going to start with my biggest issue. Let's run the intro and then start the foolishness. All right. I promise you what you all are not going to have me do. Kanye West is not about to have me Google whether or not Hitler invented the microphone. I promise you, Kanye West might have you all out here Googling whether or not Hitler invented the microphone. When I decided to go buy a mic, I decided to do some research because I wanted to know what mic I needed to buy. So I was Googling, and I'm pretty sure I didn't Google this because I promise you I'm not about to go Google who invented a microphone, but I am 67% sure that it was a German American man who wanted to do something with currents. Currents or frequency, I think it's currents, in the late 1800s, that's the late 19th centuries. I know that much, I think, based on looking into microphones and trying to figure out what microphone I needed to buy. But I promise you what I'm not about to do is go verify it. I am not going to go verify whether or not a German American invented the microphone because Kanye West decided to be further anti Semitic out here. I am not about to do that. So if y'all know who invented the microphone, you can drop it in the chat, but I promise I'm not about to go look it up. Kanye West out here talking about some Hitler invented the microphone. All right. I remember a bunch of people came up. I don't know who, but I remember a bunch of people came up talking about Kanye West is a genius. Look, if you still think Kanye West is a genius, I don't know what to tell you. Period. You can have it. I don't want it. It is what it is. So Kanye West went on another man's show. Well, two shows. So Kanye West went on, I forgot his name. His name is slipping, and I'm not about to play his video. Not the one where he talks about Hitler. That's not what I'm talking about yet. Nope, not that one. I'm talking about he went on this gamer slash political commentator show and he walked off. And I was like, okay, period. I'm not about to do that with Kanye. But then he has over a 2 hour long interview. Like, I'm looking at the interview right now, and I don't understand what the end goal is. I don't understand what the move is. Tim Pool, yeah, he went on Tim Pool's podcast and they brought up the whole anti-Semite position thing, and then he walked off because these people weren't about to sit there and agree with him. So he walked off, and I was like, "Okay, girl, I don't care. I don't watch a Tim Pool. I don't remember a Tim Pool's name. It is what it is. I don't care." But when he decided, I'm trying because I'm thinking whether or not I can play this video because there are words being said in the video that might actually cause a problem for me on on YouTube. So do I play this video? By the way, this man owes the parent of the Sandy Hook children a bunch of money. No, I'm gonna play it. I don't care. Let's do it. Today we are rebels. Let me share. Let me do the sound clip. Um, I don't know. I don't. Should I play Alex Jones's video? All right. I'm not playing the Tim Pool's video because I don't care. The Alex Jones video I kind of care about and I want to play it, but I don't know if I should. I'm going to play it. It is what it is. I'm going to play the snippet they have on the Shade Room. Let me pull up the Shade Room. I apologize. I'm not going to play the actual video. I'm just going to go to the Shade Room because why not? It's Friday and we are all living.
You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love us, and you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts, and you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. But this guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician, you can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good. And I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Hitler, you're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well,
Melinda, welcome to the membership. Kim K said, Mr. West is in the building. Now chaos. Curry up and eat. All right. So Alex Jones goes, you don't deserve to be called a Nazi. You're not a Nazi. His response was, well, yeah, wait, let's take a moment. Let's pause for a moment and really think about not even forget his words, right? Forget his words and the fact that you can't see his face, right? So Alex Jones goes, you are not a Nazi. You shouldn't be called a Nazi. And Kanye's response was, well, I mean, all that backflipping y'all were doing out here talking about, Themis, you went too far. You shouldn't agree that he's anti-Semitic. Kanye West talked about DEFCON on Twitter and going off on Jewish people, and y'all thought he wouldn't. Yeah, y'all were trying to make excuses for that, talking about he is a genius, and I just don't understand. He's playing chess, not checkers. I promise you, he's not even playing jumping jacks. Like, like you just don't understand. He's playing chess, not checkers. By the way, I hate that phrase. In any case, what is your defense? For the people who are coming in here talking about he's playing chess, not checkers, and he's a genius, please let me know. Democento, Hitler watching from hell asking to invade US instead of... The thing is, Hitler didn't even like you should not have to say Hitler didn't like black people for this not to be okay. Black people shouldn't have to come up, right? What he did was horrible. He is wrong. Like what do you mean? All right. So what he's gonna do, I'm gonna rephrase, and what Kanye is gonna come back and do, he's going to say, as a Christian, he has to love everyone. And that includes Hitler. That's what he was going to come back and say. I promise you, if he's no longer, when he is able to go back on social media, that's probably what he's going to say. Yeah, that's probably what he's going to say. Because at this point, the way he phrased it, I promise you, this is not him like just saying it sarcastically. He know what he's doing. If anything, if there's anything I know about Kanye and the Kardashian is that they absolutely love controversy. They like to be in people's mouth. They like to be talking. They like to be talked about, good or bad. So he's just doing whatever he needs to do. He does not care. His billions, not millions, are going down the drain, and he does not care. He's still talking. I saw the clip. The fact that Alex Jones tried to rein Kanye in tells you all you need to know. He was too outrageous for Alex Jones. No, but let's hear the end of this, so we don't get confused with it. Let's hear the end of it again.
I see good things about Hitler also. I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love us, and you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts, and you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. But
I will continue in a moment. So you're likening the struggles that Jewish people faced at the hands of Nazi to your contract dispute? Really? Are you that self-centered? Why did I ask that question? As soon as I asked, are you that self-centered? As soon as those words came out of my mouth, as it relates to Kanye West, I recognize the answer is yes. You are that self-centered. I don't know why I just asked that question. Are you that self-centered to put yourself and your ego and your contract in the same light as people being in internment camps and the struggles that the Jewish people face at the hands of Nazis? I think he would. Yeah. I don't know why I even thought that was a question to ask. I don't know. Let me just continue because I don't know why I paused it there. Did you know that he was wearing Balenciaga? I don't know. I didn't know he was wearing Balenciaga. I don't know that that is a fact, but I do know I can see his face, and this little weird fetish thing is happening with these mask over face, and I don't know what's happening. Don't care. I'm just ignoring him. I don't actually know this as a fact, so I can't. I don't know if he's wearing Balenciaga. All right, let's continue.
This guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician, you can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good. And I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Hitler, you're not a Nazi.
By the way, he didn't say even Hitler. He says especially Hitler. Go and really think about that and come back. Y'all can sit there and be Kanye. This is a problem. No. Celebrity is a problem. When people are wrong, they are wrong. Like them, hate them, whatever it is you do with them, when someone is wrong, they're wrong. Kanye West is wrong here. And I promise you, as I said in the beginning, I'm not about to go Google who invented the microphone. I'm not about to do it. That is one trivia question that I will not know the answer to. I know that it was a German American. I know it was in the late 19th centuries. But I don't know the name. And I'm admitting that I don't know the name because I'm not about to look it up. Like I'm not about to have Kanye West out here have me Google random things. I'm not doing it. I'm not Googling who invented highways either. I'm not about to do that. Like Kanye West with his chaotic energy is just here to disrupt everything. Like I'm not doing that. No. The mask was Balenciaga and the Bonjo scandal. I don't. I mean, I know the Balenciaga scandal, but I don't. I cannot say I know um, what Kanye West is wearing in that video. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. Look, if you are still defending Kanye West, you have completely lost yourself in celebrity worship. That is it. That is all. There is no middle ground there. Like, even if you are saying, well, we don't know, and you shouldn't be defending it. Like, it is that simple. Kanye West is absolutely lost. He is he is angry about his contracts. He is angry that he's not included in the spaces where he believes power really lies, right? And he wants to be included and he wants to be seen as valuable and powerful and amazing and all of that. And that's what he wants. And in an effort to do that, he is going to destroy whatever legacy he has. Actually, I do have a comment on the Tim Pool thing. Um, I'm not gonna play Tim Pool's video. I'm just not gonna do it. The, I'll explain at some other time why, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so Kanye West was always gonna walk off Tim Pool's podcast. Kanye West was not going to sit there and talk to Tim Pool because Kanye West went. I think he was the only black guy in the room. Kanye West went there and asked Tim Pool before the cameras were on, "Hey, how can I win the presidency? How can I become the next president of the United States?" And Tim Pool, they were having some kind of conversation. I wasn't there. They both confirmed this. Tim Pool said, "Well, you have the black vote, right?" And Kanye, first of all, this is where Tim Pool messed up. If you want Kanye to like you, don't tell Kanye he has the black vote. Kanye West do not want the black vote. what has Kanye West ever done, right? Post marriage to Kim Kardashian to let you think that it is a compliment to tell him that he has the black vote? To another black person, maybe that would have been a good thing. But the moment before the show, this is what happened with Kanye and Tim Pool, right? The moment you told Kanye, well, you have the black vote, Kanye had you on his S list. He was mad. I promise you, Kanye was mad. All Kanye has done is advocate for getting the white vote. Kanye was wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. Kanye wants to be included in white society. So you, Tim Pool, telling Kanye West, oh, you have the black vote. Yeah, you definitely disrespected him. Mm-hmm. In Kanye's mind, you were being disrespectful. You saw him as a black man, and how dare you? How absolutely dare you? So Tim Pool, you did not... Tim Pool, you didn't stand a chance. That podcast did not stand a chance. Like he walked off when you guys were talking about the Jewish community, and that's when he walked off. But he wanted to walk off before the interview started. He sure did. Kanye West wanted to walk off before the interview started because how dare you tell Kanye that he has the black vote? Did Kanye tell you he wants the black vote? You probably even thought that was a compliment. That's the sad part. You probably thought that was a compliment, sitting there like, yeah, Kanye, you want to know how you can win? I can't tell you how you can win, but what I can tell you is that you have the black vote. No. No, I have been campaigning and trying to get other votes outside of the black vote. So why would you tell me that I have the black vote? Anywho, you know it's bad. You know it's terrible when Twitter, the new Twitter that is now the wild, wild west, right, has banned Kanye. you know, Twitter has banned Kanye, but before he left, Kanye decided to shove one more person under the bus. Now, why won't I say this man's name? Why won't I say this man's name? Because I've seen this man's name at least 8 times today in preparation for this show, and I promise you I forgot it. Let me show you the picture. Like, because I mean, this is not a thing. Like, I don't really care about this story, and I would have written the name down if I cared enough. But you know me, I don't watch sports. But what I do know is before Kanye went to bed, he told us that this man I definitely saw videos of this man and Kim Kardashian, that he caught this guy with Kim. So Chris Paul, why did I'd rather, oh, y'all were putting it in the chat too. No, I wanted to, like, it was more dramatic when I didn't know who this person was. It was more dramatic when I didn't know who this person was, and you guys put it in the chat. I mean, I appreciate good looking out, but all right, so let's. This is a married man, right? This is a married man. Oh, I thought it was out. Now, y'all are down there trying to figure out if this is true. Is it true? Did this man cheat on his wife? Did he sleep with Kim Kardashian? Is this the same person, Kim Kardashian that is, that Kanye is crying about and trying to get back with after she's been cheating on him? I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care about a Kanye in the situation, and I don't care about a Kim Kardashian in the situation. What I care about is, if this is not true, this poor man is going to go home to a wife. Can you imagine being the wife? Can you imagine? Can you imagine being the wife and seeing Kanye post this? Like, on one hand, you're like, Kanye is on a rampage. I am not sure how to take this. On the other hand, you're like, that anchor literally just cheated on his wife. And there's a whole bunch of cheating going on out in this world. And we know Kim, not going to say nothing bad about this, but we we know the Kardashians. So if I were a friend of that wife, I would be side-eyeing everything. And that poor man is going to have to, if it didn't happen, that poor man is going to have to go home and try to explain to his wife that he did not sleep with Kim Kardashian, who he does have the opportunity to sleep with because they've been in the same circles and room. So I feel bad for this man. Can you imagine? Okay. That poor man looks like, no, why am I in this? Yeah, everyone getting stray bullets, apparently. Like, just everyone. As we're talking about cheating, should I go there? Yeah, let's go there, because I did a live stream. I sure did. I did a live stream talking about Ralph Richard Banks says, Is Marriage for White People? It's a great book. It's not what it sounds like. In the book, it was a child who made the comment, and he decided to, or asked the question, and he decided to turn the question into the cover of the book, right? So that's that on that. I did a live stream about this, and in the live stream, could you guess? Can someone guess who was interviewing Ralph Richard Banks? I had all but forgotten about this, by the way. Could y'all guess who was interviewing Ralph Richard Banks in in my video, the video that I was covering. Oh, and he was there talking about how why would you tell black women to give up on black love and blah blah blah.
But you
We're
know, a
about
lot of black
we're about to go back. We're gonna go back to that video because I think it's ironic, right? Here we had a Stanford professor, an attorney who wrote a book who literally said the numbers aren't numbering. Ralph Richard Banks said the numbers aren't numbering, right? And black women, if you are to find love, you might have to open your option. If you want to be in a heterosexual relationship with a man, it might not be a black man. In his book, he talks about all the reality of there not being enough eligible black men, and he shows the stats, and people still are crying, even though the stats are literally there. Like, if every black man was straight in the US and every black woman was straight and they all decided to date each other, there would still be 2 million more black women than black men. It doesn't make sense. Like, just on pure numbers, unless we're advocating for polygamy, then it doesn't make sense, right? But everyone was pushing back, and I'm pretty sure this man is not I'm pretty sure this man is not black. I'm pretty sure he's mixed. And I apologize if people are upset with me when I say mixed people aren't black. I'm not a gatekeeper of blackness. I say that from my own sort of perspective. I don't growing up, I was from a different culture. We didn't see mixed people as black. It is what it is. But if you want to be black, you're black. I'm not gatekeeping anything. I've gotten too many messages about people thinking they're black and how blah 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 blah. I don't care. If you want to say you're black, you're black. I've never told you you're not black. I don't think you are, but if you think you are, then you are. You are to you and your family and the world. To me, I will love and respect you as a human being. That's all I do. $200 said a cheater did the interview. I mean, if mixed people could be white, then there is an argument, but it's like when I came to the US, even I was like, the one drop rule existed out of a racist system. To take on that seems a bit odd to me, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you, Curry Up and Eat. So, how do I want to do this? I don't know how I want to do it. Anyway, let's just get into it. I'm not gonna do. Y'all know the story already, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play the video. Let's go back in time when I had here. Let's go back to when I had here. Let's do it. Let me turn down the quality so it doesn't slow down. All right. I look a mess though. Ew, I don't like watching me. I'm watching, whatever. All right, so this is the, yeah, so this is the interview. This is what the interview was. Let's watch it together.
more black women, right, graduating from college, 2-to-1 to black men. You throw in incarceration rates, you throw in the unemployment rates, and you're saying there's just not enough black men.
Well, there are not enough black men for all of the college-educated black women in particular that have the type of husbands that they want to have.
The type that they want to have. Now, I put this out. We had this conversation yesterday, and a lot of people were chiming in. And I decided to ask for questions from viewers. And one of the questions, simply put, is, do black women deserve better than what black men have to offer? That seems...
All right. I need people to come on. I need people to come on now. This was when I was in. Wait, sorry. This is actually kind of funny. I. This is not what this video is about, so I probably shouldn't even talk about this. So this is my attempt at quote unquote having a conversation, and it's such a weird thing to watch. I'm gonna speed the video up because it's kind of annoying. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to try to skip through. I'm going to. I'm, I'm going to try to skip through some of this because I find this really annoying. Right now, my skin is dry. I looked really moisturized back then. Period. I also had a terrible allergic reaction that had black. You can't. My lips, my neck. I had a severe allergic reaction in this video, and I remember it. This is a point of contention. The question is, do black women deserve better than what black men have to offer? Now, the question is, what does black men have to offer? And what do black women deserve? And are they in alignment or misalignment? This is an interesting point. However, I find this extraordinarily interesting.
And then said, well, it sounds like you're saying, why should black women give up the good fight? You're not telling them to take on a project of fixing a man necessarily, but why just give up on black men?
Right. That is another great question. I actually am asking black women to give up the good fight because
the fight hasn't
been successful. The fight has not been successful. This is what a friend of mine, Carolyn Edgar, calls a Negro Improvement Project, which is what a lot of black women undertake. And often the results are not so great. So the strategy has been counterproductive. It doesn't help African Americans for us to have black men and black women locked in bad relationships and raising children in households where the parents quarrel and ultimately divorce. Well, that's not a win for anyone.
It is law.
Not give up the good fight and the Negro Improvement Project. All right, Carl. There is a link. Wait, is Carl Chaotic Truth? All right, Chaotic Truth is here, but Carl, you are getting called out, so you can definitely come on. Click the link and come on. All. Okay, there is a lot more. I'm not about to sit here and watch my own channel. Like I'm not. There's a lot more. He goes on to say his wife. He talks about how his wife points out that black women don't like dating out, and how would you? He posed a question, and I do have an answer. How can you change black women's mindset to like think of other groups of men, including black men, right? How do you change women's mind? Because his wife said black women just don't love black men, and he said his wife is black. I'm not going to put his wife's picture on, but I promise you. All right, she's black. Period. I'm not even going to go there. Been waiting all week for the mess. Hashtag Team Teamus. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So he claims his wife is black. I'm not about to go in there. So if your wife is black, let me explain how you can change black women's mind. If they marry someone like you. if they marry someone like you, because I promise you, he pointed out, and I'm going to read this post that he pointed out, because uncalled for, like undisturbed, no one said to do it. He just decided to come out, made a post, a 10-year anniversary or something post, 10-year challenge, decade challenge, I don't know, and just embarrass his wife, right? So maybe being with you is the answer to getting more women to think about other races of men. I don't know. I don't know. Someone said his wife is black. I mean, I think we just differ on what blackness is, and I don't mind you saying his wife is black. If that's what you believe, that is what you believe. I'm not here to try to convince you that you're wrong. You can be wrong on your own. All right. So he made a post. And obviously they found out he cheated on his wife, blah, blah, blah. Don't care, don't care. I'm going to go to something. Should I read this post? I feel like everyone on YouTube must have read this post already. And it feels like I shouldn't be reading it, but I want to. So I have the post pulled up. So should I read it? Yeah, I'm going to read it. But before I read it, let's do this. let's let's do this because this is funny. So you guys might not have known, but I did go through, and please let me know if you know who these people are. right? Because this is TJ right here. Please tell me if you know who this man is. Like, I'm going to let you guys really simmer on who you think this man is that TJ is hugging in this picture. Like, can you can you imagine? Can you imagine you there with your wife hugging the man who she's cheating on you with? Wait, no, I don't know why I'm laughing. I promise I know this is not funny. I promise I know that. I also promise that I'm not trying to be mean. It's just really it's like it's really difficult for me to like not see the irony. So yeah, I can't even trust these people. Like, yeah, like this is this is his co-host. This is his co-host. This is the co-host husband, and this is them out and about, just being. I promise. I promise. Let me not say that on TV on here. All right, let's read this. In my country, we would call the side man the man-in-law to the husband. What? The man-in-law to the husband. I love that. I absolutely love that. Curry up and eat. Theme is messy. Okay, wait. Let me do. So if you guys, I'm speaking as if everyone watching already know what I'm talking about because I don't want to break down the mess in there. Like I don't want to break it down because I don't want to be redundant. I just want to laugh. It's always the one they tell you not to worry about. Period. Oh, no. Random tangent about this story. Thank you to Els. So should I do this? This is kind of mean, so I'm going to do it. So there is a bunch of people online making videos about, see, black men have options. No, I'm going to leave it alone. Because the people talking don't look nothing like this man. Do you think Ocean... No. Let's go back. Sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Let's go back to reading what TJ Holmes had to say about his wife in the Decade Challenge. So he said, this particular Decade Challenge is a little late, but 10 years ago, Mary Lee married me. I'm not about to say her last name. And despite my best efforts, she remained married to me the past 10 years. I could have stopped it right there. I could have stopped. I could have stopped. I could have told you to let it go right there. What is it? What did Elsa? Is it Elsa? What should she say? Let it go. Feel like you. I feel like when someone starts out a love note, this is not even a love note. This is a confession. So no one is telling these people to come online and write these messages, right? So you, of your own volition, decided that you were going to embarrass. And by the way, this is a note that was written, I don't know when, don't care when, came out. And this is how he told the world that I guess he's in love with his wife, but I see nothing about love there. What I see is him saying, look, I've been trying to get rid of this woman. I don't mean that to be like insensitive, but the way I read that is, look, I've been trying to get rid of this woman. I've been trying to get rid of this woman, and she stays on. Somewhere. I'm going to continue to read it. Down at the bottom somewhere, he says, If she stays with me for 10 more years, it is too much. 10 more months, it is too much. 10 more minutes, girl, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I drag them all, period. That's exactly what it implies. This man said, and nowhere in this did he lie, because he did not say, I'm about to change. We're going to finish reading it. But at no point did he say, look, I am about to change. I don't think what I've done to my wife is wrong. She's shown me that she's strong. And now I am about to not cheat on her again. I'm about to be a better person. She has uplifted me. I'm not about to leave her and not uplift her in return. No, he said none of that. He said none of that. And actually, I'm going to go on a tangent because the way I'm going to mess up this whole story, part of why I'm doing it and I'm messing up this story is because it needs to be messed up. Ain't nobody sitting here thinking like, we're going to go through this and learn something from it. No, we're not learning anything from it. This is a mess. I feel bad for the wife. I don't know the husband, but it is what it is. The man have continuously apparently been just disrespecting you. And it's one thing. Should I do it? I'm going to do it. Let me not stop asking if I should do things and just do it. We have one life to live. Be messy in the current life. All right. It's one thing to embarrass someone privately. I think as human beings, we have a tremendous capacity for rationalizing what other people do to us when we care about them and we love them, right? So we will make excuses, we will ruminate on the things that we have done wrong, we will blame ourselves, and somewhere in the midst of all of it, we will figure out a way to forgive them even when they don't ask for any kind of forgiveness, right? So when you have all those hormones kicking in and you're trying to protect your marriage, even though you are the only one in that marriage, and you're trying to fix things and you're trying to be good in the relationship, all of this be messy in the current life. When you're trying to fix all of this stuff, we know that you weren't wrong. You also know that it's not your fault, but because you are focused on trying to protect that which you have, which you shouldn't because it's destroying you, but because you're trying to protect it, you are going to take ownership of not only your wrongdoing, but their wrongdoing, and you will justify everything they do, right? What I'm saying is, if you're going to embarrass someone, embarrass them privately. Embarrass them privately. Because the thing is, it's very difficult. A lot of people do it. A lot of, like Wendy Williams, I don't know this as a fact. I'm literally just kind of making things up regarding Wendy Williams. I'm saying that now, and here I go, speculating. I think Wendy Williams would have stayed with Kevin Hunter, whatever his name is. I think he would have stayed with her. She would have stayed with him had it not been so public and messy. Right? I think Wendy knew that Kevin was cheating on her. Like, I think he knew. You don't have that kind of money and you're not watching. You don't have that kind of money and resource and access, and you don't know what your significant other is doing. Now, maybe you do, but I'm telling you that couldn't be me. There's surveillance everywhere. Call it whatever you need to call it. I am not about to look dumb in these streets. So I'm going to think you know, Wendy, and you might have covered up a thing or two because at this point, you're not about to look dumb. As soon as all of it comes out and you are now being judged by the public, you don't have the protection of isolation to make up justification for why he or she did something wrong. You now have a very loud voice, that is the public, telling you that you are wrong and that whatever you are saying in your mind, whatever you believe that led him to cheat on you or her, whatever that is, that you're wrong about it. And when you have that kind of input, it is very difficult, I believe. I don't know, I'm not a psychologist. I think it's very difficult to then jump from, oh, I'm just going to forgive him to, I can't forgive him, right? So I think public humiliation probably plays a part in why people decide to leave, because you don't get to hide in your corner and make up reasons why you deserve to be cheated on. So in that vein, it's a good thing. I wake up every day grateful to God I'm not dragged by a black man on social media. 10 years, 10 months, 10 days, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Right? It sounds like a Brian McKnight song. It sounds like I'm about to sing a Brian McKnight song. I don't remember the title and my brain is not working after taking a sip of you know what. So I'm just going to continue. Thank you, Talk with TK. So he proposed to her, planned a wedding with her, presumably paid for it, knowing that he didn't want to be with her, drag him for filth. Actually, she was an attorney, and he talked about how she built him up. And y'all be out here building. What is it called? NIP? The whatever improvement look. Y'all build. Y'all better be building. Wait, I'm so wrong. Wait, no. This should not be funny. He proposed to her oh, I read this. Then Curry Up and Eat said, Wendy already said it's all going in Hunters. It's already Wendy already said it's all going in Huntersville. Look, not you making the most money and then you calling the family hunters. Like, I don't know. That's wrong. Ignore that. I shouldn't have said that. Wendy said she would stay for cheating, but will divorce if he had a side. See? Of course she would. Of course she would. Thank you, Sinji. Not a Brian McKnight song. Look, it looked like she was counting down 10, 8, 9, level up, level up. Anyway, sorry, let's get back on track. I don't know why I went on that tangent. All right. So TJ cheated, but he said, oh, this woman was a good woman, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to attempt to disabuse you guys of any notion that being a good woman is anything important and will change someone and prevent them from cheating. It won't. Simply put, it won't. But I'm gonna play this TikTok. I don't know if it's a TikTok or YouTube. At this point, they're the same thing now. Let me do it.
So this question for the men: why do we cheat on good women? We get a woman to check every box. I'm talking about good personality, sense of humor, take care of business. I'm not a man that believe in gender roles, but she take care of home, she take care of the kids, she treat us with respect, she ain't annoying, she don't get on our nerves, she ain't clingy, she a lady in the streets. In the sheets, she always wanted to have you ate, and if you're not, she finna whip it up and bring you a plate. Gonna go that extra mile for you. I'm talking about always thinking of. She ain't even high maintenance. It don't even take a lot to please her. But for some reason, we always want to go after something that don't even compare to this woman. I'm talking about on no level. When people see who done broke up a happy home, he did that for. That's who he was messing with. I've been sitting and pondering a lot of things, and they so happen to be one of them. So men, why is it that we can have it all and still be a dog? Let's talk.
Let's not talk. A cheater is a cheater is a cheater. Can you recover from being a cheater? Look, I have never cheated in my life. I don't know what a cheating is. That sounds disgusting. It sounds hard. It sounds like a lot of planning and mental energy and anguish. I have no clue what cheating is. But what I do know is a cheater is a cheater is a cheater, and a cheater is going to cheat. The reason a man or woman can cheat on a person who is perfection in their minds is because it has nothing to do with the other person. This is such a dumb question. Like, I hate people who come on social media and pretend to be doing something when they're absolutely doing nothing at all. Like, oh my God, why would you cheat? Because he's a cheater. That someone cheats has nothing to do with the individual they're with. It doesn't. It has, even if they don't engage in intercourse anymore, if they hate each other, whatever it is, the woman is toxic and fights him and whatever, and then he decided to go out and cheat. It's not her fault. If you are that upset, you should be man enough or woman enough to leave the situation. There is absolutely no reason for people to be out here cheating. Absolutely none. You bringing in diseases, like cheating is such a disgusting thing, because if you want to leave, you can leave, but a lot of people want to be in a relationship and be out there and do whatever they want to do. And I'm not about to be on here giving dating advice, because my dating advice is simply leave. My dating advice is not something that is sustainable, right? I heard Michelle Obama come out and say, oh, discomfort, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what a discomfort is. I don't know what a discomfort is. And I know it's idiotic. I know the statement that you should leave if as soon as you are like over it. I know that's idiotic, because like when you're in love, hormones are involved. Like I just talked about people making up excuses to stay. So like I know, so I can never give dating advice because I know I won't follow them. Like I know I won't. Like if I love someone, I am not just going to up and leave, but I'm not about to get disrespected. So I don't know where it turns. It's complicated, but a person is going to cheat because a person want to cheat. You can't be good enough, beautiful enough, feminine enough, submissive enough to make someone not cheat. It's not possible. Jeffrey Osborne's song that he's only human, don't ask for too much too fast. Meanwhile, Karen White was expected to be a super, right? Right. Some of these women husbands look like they were picked up from the corner. That MLK Boulevard. I'm so through with Sinji. Oh my God. Wait. We weren't done. Let's go back to, I don't care about that. Let's go back to reading this Instagram post. It wasn't Instagram post, was it? Whatever post it was, let's go back to reading it because it was getting funny. So this particular decade challenge is a little late, but 10 years ago, Mary Lee married me. And despite my best efforts, she remained married to me the past 10 years. Pause. So it's not like despite my transgression, despite my mistakes, despite the fact that I messed up, it's not that at all. It says, despite my best efforts to leave the marriage, she stayed married to me. Like, how do you get past, what is it, the second sentence? How do you, as someone who is married, get past the second sentence? Like, I don't know how someone could, despite my best efforts, she remained married to me the past 10 years. And then he goes, that's not hyperbole. Like, I'm not being hyperbolic. Like, I tried to leave. Despite my best efforts to leave the marriage, she stayed married to me. Like, is there anyone who is an English major? Because maybe I'm reading and I'm not reading it well. Maybe like my interpretation is off. You know how you have those exams that says, what did the author mean by this? what did the author mean by this? I'm quite sure I would have gotten this wrong, because for me it says, despite wanting to leave this, she stayed there, and I don't know why. I've been trying for 10 years. I've been trying to get out of this marriage, and this woman won't leave me alone. That's how I read that. And like my reading comprehension might be a bit off right now. So if someone reads it differently, please let me know. Dear Miss Sento, she got the same black man. He was confessing the buffoonery and the cheating. Dr. Umar, please join us. Teach white women to not write check they don't want to cash. Yeah. My guy, I'm confused. All right, so he goes. I gave her plenty of reasons, excuses on opportunity, not opportunities to walk her fine out the door, but instead, with her built-in Black woman superpower, she showed a grace and patience that's incomprehensible. Look, this is the problem. This is the problem. All right. This is almost advice, so don't take it. The fact is, I think this is part of like the puritanical society, but I think this is an offshoot from the Puritans, right? And here's why. Well, not Puritans, but just a society based on the Bible and religion. There is a sense that the best person is the one who can maintain through struggles. Like there is an undertone of like you are good and you have value and you are important and you are above the rest because you are able to maintain a relationship by yourself. Like it feels like being able to stick it out is a badge of honor, and not just in the way he's writing it, but in the way a lot of women perceive themselves, right? Like when I hear certain kinds of conversation where women talk about how, yeah, he cheated for the first 5 years of our marriage, but I stuck with him and I did this and I was strong. No, you weren't strong. I promise you weren't strong. The easiest thing to do is a thing you've always been doing, right? Strength is shown when you can change course, right? When you're no longer going with the wave, when you're no longer being comfortable, because a lot of people are comfortable in chaos and mess. Like, actually, though, like, it's ridiculous to me that people think it's strong when they stand and take abuse. Like, it's not strength. And I'm not saying, oh, martyr complex. There it is. There it is. It's a problem. Like, it is a problem. Not door. Not door. Like, it's such a problem. Like, I understand resilience. And I think resilience is the ability to withstand the storm and come out stronger. I think it's a beautiful thing. To purposely put yourself through trauma to show that you can stick by a man who obviously don't want to be with you is weird to me. It's weird, collectively and individually. I am almost certain he gaslit her at every chance her good sense clocked in over the past 10 years. And to the universe said, go. Look, let's continue. Thank you, Talks with TK. And not superhuman, whatever, built-in Black woman. By the way, that woman is not whatever. She showed a grace and patience that's incomprehensible. Asking her for another 10 years would be asking too much. He's like, this is how I interpret this. Asking her for another 10 years would be asking too much. So I'm not about to ask. Like, this is what I hear. I'm not about to ask you for 10. Actually, please leave right now. Like, you have given so much right now, and I'm not even about to ask you for any more. You can go. Like, thank you so much for everything you did. I appreciate it. It's great. But like, if you stay, know that I'm not about to change. And I know I'm not about to change because hindsight, we now know that you wrote this knowing that you're not about to change anything. Yeah, Another, where is it? Another 10 months, question mark. That may even be a stretch. If she gave me another 10 weeks, I should consider myself lucky. If she puts up with me another 10 days, I'd be grateful. But if she would even spare another 10 minutes of her time for me today, I should consider myself blessed. Whatever. Look, this man said, please leave. That he said, please leave. That's what he said. So I'm not going to sit here and just completely say he didn't put it out there. He did. This is embarrassing. Literally, imagine, like, maybe I will give grace and say maybe the art of poetry. Let me put this up while I talk. Maybe the art of poetry in writing and love letters and all of that. Maybe all of that has gone, right? Maybe we have maybe we have changed as a society and we don't know how to express ourselves in writing, the written form. And so maybe that was in fact a love letter, but I'm too old. Well, he's older than I am. So I don't know. Maybe his generation, that's how they said, I love you. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Black woman superpower is what is beautiful to these people. I don't know. That man said, since you won't leave, I will. Period. Period. She did all of that. She did all of that. She was his grace, peace, security, blanket, lawyer, whatever he wanted, she was, and he still up and left. So I'm not about to sit here and have a conversation about how you need to go to. This is the thing. Everyone out here talking about go to wife school, learn how to treat a man, blah, blah, blah. Nothing you learn to do will be important and impactful in terms of preventing a cheater from being a cheater. So the question is, are these men good? If it's a yes, then period, go forth and conquer. If not, then it sounds like you're wasting your time. It sounds like most people are wasting their time. Because I don't see a husband school. I don't see it. And maybe there are, but I don't see a husband school. So everyone out here is learning to be wife while no one is learning to be a husband. And y'all think these men are just going to be better people because you so decided to be with them and you're amazing. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It is what it is. The man is a professional journalist. He know he was dragging that lady by the roots in the post. Yeah, like his, well, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the it's hierarchy. It is like, look, well, let me do this because actually I have an issue with these women. So I'm getting off, TJ. I'm getting off. Like I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about him. What I'm going to do, oh, we've been talking for an hour already. Whew. It didn't feel like an hour. I feel like I just started. It felt like I just started. I was literally gonna be like, I'm blazing through these topics. Anywho, um, Erica Mena was wifing so hard. Safari said, "Be the husband too." Then look. So Erica, no, let me not. I don't care about an Erica Mena. I'm not even gonna do it. I don't care. I I saw a clip of her on like some reunion show, and she was talking to Safari, and someone was like, "Are you gonna respond?" But I don't really care about the conversation. I was looking at her and I was like, "Oh my god, she must be stressed." she, she must be stressed. Like I don't know. She must be going through it. Like I felt like I know she's not a good person and I don't really care about a good person or not, but like as I look at her, I was like, oh my God. She looked like she's going through it. Mm, mm. Just bad. Like that man who said his fiance was not the most. Yeah, that's the same energy I got. That's the same energy I got. Talking about people who were beautiful. Well, I shouldn't say were beautiful. Whatever. Talking about beauty or whatever. Should I do this? Yeah, I'm gonna change. I'll wait. Please remind me that I need to bring up Sweetie. Like, I need to bring up Sweetie at some point because I don't feel bad for her, but I do have some comments on Sweetie. Don't let me forget to bring up Sweetie. Thank you, Wake Up. This is the same energy I got, by the way. All right. So the women in the manosphere who are telling y'all how to be wives, they're not. They're really just talking to men. I don't really talk about them. And the part of the reason I don't talk about them is like I see the game and I understand the game that they're playing, and I love the irony. I love the irony of men talking about women only want to use you and blah blah blah, while these women are actually using them by telling them women only want to use them. Call his pastor and cuss his mama out. Themis, these men, I definitely saw Themis. These men wake up to drag women to hell. I hate it. Yeah, that poor woman probably like doing her lawyerly business. Then got a bunch of notification. Oh, your man is out here cheating. It's like, girl, what? like, 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 why are you out here to ruin my life and just cause disrespect? Anywho. Oh, by the way, if you haven't, it would be really nice if you could like the video. I was told to not demand a like, and I've never demanded a like, but I'm asking I'm I'm just full of it tonight. Please like the video. It would be very nice if you would like the video for me. Let me look. I'm not about to pause for anyone to like the video, but that is the bare minimum. I would say you could also dislike it if you want, but please don't dislike my video. I mean, I won't be able to see it in any case, but like, please don't be out here disliking my video. I put a lot of work. I didn't put a lot of work in this video, but it is what it is. All right. Actually, you can hit the dislike because I definitely didn't put a lot of work in this. I'm not about to sit here and put a lot of work in these people because I don't care. You don't care. We're just here having fun. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. So this slip up right here, like I saw it. I was on these YouTube streets, and in these YouTube streets, there were people talking about these women in the manosphere, talking about passport bros and blah blah blah, and just pearly things came up. Now, look, I love that for just pearly things. I know a lot of people are mad about just pearly things. I know y'all are mad about, not y'all. Y'all don't care. I love it. I love the irony. I think the irony is beautiful that a lot of these Black women are in the manosphere, like advocating and dragging their own image and trying to uplift the men in the manosphere by putting the women down and making them whatever they need it to be, right? And everyone is saying, y'all can't do this because if you continue to do this, you will be sorry. And these men don't care about you or your image, no matter how much you cape for them. And you will see. And in real time, we watch just pearly things being elevated above every single Black woman in the manosphere. when just pearly things was immediately elevated above every single Black woman in the manosphere. There is no Black woman in the manosphere currently that is on just pearly things level. Now, these women, I'm not talking about it because I care about just pearly things or whatever. These Black women, I feel really bad for. I do. I know I shouldn't, but I do. And here's why I feel bad for them. They're in a very peculiar situation. They cannot come out against just pearly things because to do that would be to admit that they have a problem with her in the space, taking up so much space. So they create a boogeyman. I might be one of the only people on this side of YouTube that's even talking about it in any meaningful way. But like the hoteps are hotepping and mad about it. And so they're saying, oh, why would you have a white woman being in charge of the black manosphere, blah, blah, blah. I am watching and I'm like, period. Like, this is where I thought it was gonna go. Like, I don't know why anyone is surprised, but like, yeah, this is where I was gonna go. So these women are coming out, and I hate passive aggression. If you are mad at me, say what you mean to my face. Because I promise you, as nice of a person I try to be, I don't lie to people about my feelings towards them. I don't. If you ask me directly what I think about something, you ask, and I'm gonna tell you. If I decide to talk about it, I'm going to be honest. I'm not about to sit here and lie to you and or sort of like meander around the point so that I no, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Ask me. Ask me my opinion on something privately or publicly, and you will know it. Like like I'm not about to lie, but these women are unable to talk bluntly. So you will hear it in a slip. I'm going to play this video and you're going to hear it and drop a one in the chat when you hear what kind of highlighted what she really feels. I'm going to play her video, and when you listen to it, drop it. When you listen to it and you hear what I'm talking about, drop a one. JP, you looking like the 12th president of the US. Go on and boss up then Uncle Ma'am. No, I'm not finishing reading this. Do not attack this good white lady. Pearly is a hard look. Y'all dead wrong. No, because what I don't want them to think is that we over here care. Like, I love that for them. Like, I actually love that for them because it's just so fascinating to watch the foolishness. But please, 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 please watch this video and drop a one as soon as you hear what I heard and what kind of highlighted how they actually feel. So let me play this.
Black women who want to feel salty about this. Black women are the reason that just pearly things can exist. Why? Because Black women in particular have made it acceptable and okay to not only support, but to promote interracial dating, to talk about how difficult it is for them to find good and marriageable Black women. This has happened over the last few decades. Black women have said this. So again, why are you verbalizing and letting the entire world know that, hey, we're open to wanting to date and integrate into these other cultures? This is what comes along with it. Because like I said, let's say you do date and marry a white man. Let's say you do date somebody of a ethnicity group. Aren't you going to have to hear what they have to say? If that's not your sister, if that's not your family, do they not have the right to weigh in on your issues? When I saw this, I was...
All right. Did y'all hear it? It's a Freudian slip. It came out, and I knew immediately why she was mad. Did y'all hear it? Can someone drop it in the chat? Can someone try to write the quote? I'll give a prize to the person who get it. I'll play it again, and you guys will listen. And when you'll get it. Look, let's get it.
I was like, how can we cultural gatekeep what we have tried to integrate into? Black women who want to feel salty about this. Black women are the reason that just pearly things can exist. Why? Because Black women in particular have made it acceptable and okay to not only support, but to promote interracial dating, to talk about how difficult it is for them to find good and marriageable Black women. This has happened over the last few decades. Black women.
Are Black women out here trying to find good and marriageable Black women? Are Black women out here trying to find good and marriageable Black women? I mean, some are obviously there is homosexuality, fruitcake gang, all of that. Oh, we know who you're mad at. We know who you're mad at. We know we see who you're mad at. You can say it. So instead of actually saying what you want, you passive aggressively go after the people you know your fans won't mind you going after while subconsciously talking to them. Yeah. If you can't find quote unquote good and marriageable black women, then you go out and you get other groups of women. Now walks pearly things. That's how she rises. Yeah, your statement makes sense when you say it the way that it slipped out. It makes sense that a just pearly things would exist in the way that she does when men in the manosphere promote that they are better and then uplift them, and that black women aren't the good. The reason just pearly things exist the way she exists and not any of you all in the manosphere existing where she does is because of what is promoted in the manosphere. Simple point blank. You are correct in the Freudian slip. You are correct. Black women aren't the ones uplifting just pearly things. Y'all are the ones doing it. Now, are there black women going on our show? Yeah. Yeah. She's in the manosphere. She studied under Kevin Samuels. She's being promoted and protected by the men in the manosphere. I don't know how you got that confused. It doesn't make sense for you to talk about, oh, who is promoting what, when statistically, you literally are just pointing to the group who marry out the least. You're literally you're blaming the, you're blaming the colonization. You're blaming the colonization of the manosphere on the women, the group who go out the least. Make that make sense. There is an obvious target. The group of men who marry out the most would be the target. You are correct in, like, you're almost there if you would just be honest. We see each other. We know you're mad. It's fine. I get it. It would bother me to be toiling the earth, right? Thinking about drinking mango juice. I would be mad too. I promise you, look, I promise you I would be mad. Can you imagine toiling these earth, laboring, carrying a group on your back, disparaging your own image, dragging everyone, and then for them to just come and say, yeah, no, not you. We're going to elevate this person. I would be mad. I would definitely be, I would be mad. I would be upset. I would be upset. I would be cross, angry, miserable. Yes, let the Sagittarius come out, Themis. I'm Sagittarius too, and I will get someone all the way together if provoked. Black men made her a plate at the cookout. Girl made her a plate. No, they gave her the entire cookout. They were like, look, we're going to shut down this backyard barbecue we're having, and we're just going to go over to her house and let her host the party. Like, on a serious note, I know these women are livid. I don't know this, but I believe it. And they have a right to be. After sitting here, after toiling the earth, after like literally standing up and trying to defend you and blaming the sisterhood and say all of this stuff, to watch someone elevate above you in a space that should belong to the men you are praising, to watch like that must hurt. That must hurt. And I empathize with you. I do empathize with you. I also empathize with the position you're in. You are unable to call it out. You cannot directly attack anyone. So I mean, I guess you can attack me now. But I go for it. I promise I won't even respond. Like you can say it's Themis's fault that we have elevated whiteness in the manosphere. Like if you're looking for someone to blame, I will take that shot because at this point we know you can't go after who really did it. Like there is a very direct link between and a causal link, right, between her rise and the manosphere and the people in charge of said manosphere. You can be mad all you want, you can blame whoever you want, but Black women aren't the ones in the manosphere elevating these people. So no, you can try again. Thank you. Come again. That's what my uncle says. Black men made her put. Oh, I read that. Misdeed. Up King's S. Okay, I'll stop. King up. Kings. May she rule the entire kingdom of emotional Black manosphere and may Hafiz bend the knee. Look, Hafiz at least attempted to speak life. I didn't mean it like that. Hafiz at least attempted to speak life into the manosphere and said, wake up, we need to do better. Oh, there's a new leader. I'm looking at her name now so I don't forget it because I don't want it to be shade. Let's play this again. Because this is kind of delusional.
Black women have said this. So again, why are you verbalizing and letting the entire world know that, hey, we're open to wanting to date and integrate into these other cultures? This is
who is online talking about they want to go and integrate into other culture? Please tell me. Let's pull up a stat on that because, girl, like, like, so she's specifically talking to Black men and she just interchanged the gender. And we know because it just kind of slipped out randomly. Like what she meant to say just kind of came out randomly. So she's speaking to Black men. She's like, you are the ones who did this. You are the ones who elevated. You are the one. She knows exactly who she's talking to. She cannot speak directly to them, so she's dragging women are just getting stray bullet. Just fired. Yeah, they are mad. Rightfully mad. Rightfully angry. They should be angry. Like, they're upset. And they're rightfully angry. Like, this woman. Let's continue. Let me watch it again. I'm going to watch it again. Because, period.
This is what comes along with it. Because, like I said, let's say you do date and marry a white man. But let's say you do date somebody of a ethnicity group. Aren't you going to have to hear what they have to say? If that's.
Where was this energy when Brian was talking? Like, where was this energy when Brian was talking? Like, let me stop. I'm done. I'm not about to do this with y'all. And then y'all out here talking about. Nope, I'm done. I promise you I'm done. Because hashtag Brian took Black men out of the home was a big trend. So like, I feel like, let me stop. I'm done. I promise I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm going to continue. I'm going to just continue.
That's not your sister. If that's not your family, do they not have the right to weigh in on your issues? When I saw this, I was like, how can we cultural gatekeep what we have tried to integrate into?
Ah, girl. All right. I'm going to move on from that. I do have a lot more to say, but I've made a commitment to myself that I won't speak about women in the manosphere. All I'm going to say, again, why the irony? I don't think I'm not about to try and stop these women's bag. Get your bag. I'm never gonna come after any of you. Do what you do over there. It's fine. I don't care. But but I'm only saying this now because I'm saying I understand how this must feel. I do. I understand. Can you imagine working and building and building and building, and then when they get on, they leave you for like? Can you imagine? There is a phenomenon. What is it called? Someone said it's a starter wife phenomena, right? And when you look to someone like Kevin Hart, right, like this is what happens and this is what people are pointing out. This is just more on like a larger scale, a manosphere where it's like, all right, we're gonna use you guys to build, and then we're going to just give it all to someone else. Period. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Does anyone know what a starter wife phenomena is? I don't know what that is. I probably just made that up. Maybe I just made that up. So let me stop. I can't even be sarcastic if I wanted to. They had an aneurysm over a girl. Yeah, I watch people melt down. I watch meltdown after meltdown after meltdown. I can't. I can't. Someone made a video saying she was the woman king. She was she was the woman king. Look, all right, let me move on because like if I stay on here, I'm just gonna say things that I don't want to say, and I think it's wrong to go after any of these women. I think it's wrong for me to go after any of these women. So I'm just gonna stop now because I can respect them. So like yeah. I don't respect. Well, let me stop. I don't respect the hustle, but I respect the people. I know they're feeling like Angela Bassett. I've been working. What's that Mary J. Blige song? Let me pull up that Mary J. Blige lyrics. Let's read some lyrics. I like reading lyrics. Mary J. Blige. Not gonna lie. Is it not gonna lie? I don't know. Not gonna cry. What I mean, not gonna lie. Not gonna cry. Let's read these lyrics. This has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I just feel like reading lyrics. I just feel like reading lyrics. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So let's do a read along, please. It says, there you go. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this. All right. While all the time that I was loving you, you were busy loving yourself. I would stop breathing if you told me to. Now you're busy loving someone else. 11 years out of my life, besides the kids, I have nothing to show. Wasted my years, a fool of wife. I should have left you a long time ago. I'm not going to do the chorus. I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. Was at the job when no one. wait, wait, this is not funny. A lot of people go through this. Blah blah blah. Anyway, was at the job when no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice, and you can leave me at the drop of a dime. Swallowed my fear, stood by your side. I should have left you 1,000 times. She says, I know there are no guarantees. In love, you take your chances, but somehow it seems unfair to me. Look at the circumstances. Through sickness and health, till death do us part. But those were the words that you said from your heart, from our heart, girl. No, it came from your heart, not his. So now when you say that you're leaving me, I don't get that part. Mm-mm-mm. I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week, was at the job when no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice, and you can leave me at the drop of a dime. Swallowed my fears, stood by your side. I should have left you 1,000 times. All right. And she not gonna cry. Team is reading like look, I'm not laughing at the song. Mary J sung this song down in the studio, and it is what it is. I'm here for it, but I feel like this is what the women they want to say. Tell the man in the manosphere. Like I feel like this is what I feel like this is what they want to tell them in the manosphere. I actually like that song despite not being able to relate to it because I'm not built for that. Girl, I'm not built for any of that. What do you mean? I was a lover and your secretary working every day of the week, was at the job when no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. It feels like it's like reaffirming Kanye West, like when he get on, he leave you for like so many of these songs are like a warning, like the warning signal. Why am I doing this? Thank you, Sin. Take his money and date his uncle all 2023. You said I was your lover and your secretary working every day of the week. I was like, wait, girl. All right. Now, Ashanti. Sorry, this is now onto a serious topic. I probably shouldn't leave from that to go to Ashanti. I feel like these women are the epitome of good women. Look, a good woman, a good Christian woman. I can help you get on your feet if you have if you have a 501c3 nonprofit organization for a tax riot, period. I'm gonna donate that and write it off. I mean, to be fair, most of these people are just it should just be considered charity. Because at this point, all you do is give, give, give. You get nothing in return, and they give it to someone else. So I don't know what you call that. Oh, someone said, sweetie. See, oh my God, only Alyssa. Only Alyssa. Thank you, Sinji. I want to say a prize for you. Thank you. Thank you. I actually appreciate you remembering to remind me of this. Like, all right. Unpopular opinion. When Sweetie came out, I don't know if this is when she came out. Actually, rephrase, I don't know when Sweetie came out. When Sweetie dropped that song about I see something, haters want to fight me, I don't know. I actually liked it. I liked it because, well, yeah, it was mediocre, right? The rhyme scheme was off. It wasn't that good. I think I could write that. But the reason I liked the song was it was simple. I'm not saying simple, like obviously, yes, it was mediocre. It wasn't great. It wasn't any real double entendre or whatever. Like it was just what it was. But I watched some of her interviews and she was talking about being like a college student and not thinking that she has to be too sexual or whatever. And I don't mind a too sexual. It doesn't, it is what it is. And I like the simplicity of the video. She seemed somehow different. Then she got with one of the Migos. I don't really care to remember her name right now because I don't want to be sad about anything. So I'm just gonna go with this. She gets with I know it's Quavo. I hate that I know this. So she gets with Quavo and they're together. And then she comes back, and the next time I see her, she has a song called My Type. But I was like, this is a good song. It was a good song. I don't care what anyone says. I think it was a good song. All right, that's fine. But it wasn't the kind of sweetie that I thought was. I thought she was gonna bring something. Yes, mediocre. Like I never thought Sweetie was gonna be a good rapper, right? But I did think she was going to be like different and just like our kind of mediocre. Not our because she's not black, but like a rap. When I say like a rap girl that's gonna be like mediocre, but it's not talking about sex. I thought so. Like I thought she was gonna flex because that song is a flex, but like I didn't. Whatever. Anywho, she changed. She got new things added, and I was like, okay, period. I see you. And she became one of those kind of rappers, and she's all over the place. And I was like, okay, cool. She's not really into music. Apparently, she dropped an EP. Which 8 figures, that's my period. So look, I was here for her and her foolishness. I was here for her and her like whatever she's doing. But I don't feel bad for her that she only sold 2,000 records. Well, it's her EP, right? It's not a full album, right? So no one really bought it. 2,000. When people are laughing at her for having millions of followers and not selling units, I was going to defend her. I was going to defend her because that is a flop. That is a flop. Is a flop. Is a flop. That is a flop. Like, like a flop. Themis needs to narrate the struggle love mix. Period. I would do it. So she did flop, and I'm like, okay. Period. But I understand why she would flop. Right? I would understand why she would flop. But I have a defense. I'm not going to give the defense because she does not deserve the defense. When your marketing strategy is that your music is for pretty B and pretty girls or whatever, and you don't mess with the quote unquote the uglies, right? Like Chris Brown saying that only the uglies are mad, and Kelly Rowland want to be one of the queens and not one of the uglies. Like, all right, we see each other. You can't be mad when no one wants to mess with your stuff. Because the truth is, it's not just like quote unquote pretty privilege, it's the exotic experience of the music industry where you literally go there and be dead on stage. You give absolutely nothing on stage, right? No, you stand on stage and you're stiffer than the mic stand, right? So for me, when you are doing that and you have a career, you're relying on your beauty, you're relying on marketing. The people, the power behind you is pushing you. The machine behind you is uplifting you, but you have nothing to contribute as an artist. And then you are going to further lean into the reality that we already know. You're going to make it explicit that it's your beauty. And not only are you capitalizing off your beauty, but you are going to only be creating art for the pretty women. And then you try to clean it up, talking about, I'm talking about beautiful energy. Y'all in these low frequency artists talking about, oh, this is beauty. When I say pretty be music, I mean, oh my God, I'm just going to be talking about energy and being beautiful on the inside. Nah, you know what you meant. You know what you meant. So I don't feel bad for you. Apparently, the pretty bees aren't out here buying music like that. And it is what you get. You have no energy. You have no ability to write a good rap. You have no stage presence. You have no star power. And you are a beautiful woman and you are selling that. And that's great. But when you lean so heavily into beauty and aesthetics and you give absolutely nothing in terms of artistry, I'm not sure what you thought was going to happen, but I'm glad that at least the world woke up looked at you and said, nah, we're good. Like I do. I don't believe you have to be a tremendously great rapper to be in the music industry, right? I actually really despise the fact that I could write a lot of the raps that are currently out because I am not a rapper. And the fact is, at one point in my life, I used to look up to rappers as really amazing poets, and I love poetry. And now it feels like we are just kind of pushing out rappers the way that we just consume fast food. There is no artist development. There is no meaning to the art. There is absolutely no stage presence. These people can't even rap. You make a viral song and then you become a rapper. There is nothing about being tested or tried or being able to go out and perform. Like, y'all are giving the bare minimum. You're absolutely giving nothing. I'm not going to talk about that lady that Nicki Minaj is going back and forth with, but let me just say something. I stopped being a barb when Nicki got married. It is what it is. Call me whatever you want to call me. I stopped being a barb when Nicki got married. And I still think Nicki is a great rapper. But I am exhausted. I'm not about to be out here fighting and Nicki calling people out and saying this and that while you're literally married, whatever. I'm not about to do that. I'm not gonna lie and sit here and pretend like all is good, all is great, and Nikki, like I think you're a great artist. That is it. I'm not about to pretend like you did marry who you married. And that's fine. Maybe I'm wrong. It's all alleged, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. All right. But Nicki can rap. Nicki Minaj can rap. Nicki Minaj took time and became an artist. Hate her, like her, whatever you think of her, she can rap. When I see these people out here doing what they're doing, it's actually quite sad because at one point I didn't really think about Nicki as a great artist, but then comparatively, it's like I feel like I'm old. Maybe I'm too old because, like, I'm about to say music feels dead. Like everyone is chasing a hit. No one is making an album that tells a story. I mean, Beyonce's here, obviously, but it's to the point where like none of this makes sense. Like it does feel like a conspiracy to end music because you're just plucking random people from obscurity and you're making them into quote unquote celebrities who are making songs that no one is listening to. Like I could have told you that Sweetie is not a rapper. And I'm saying that I did like that one song. Like she has made other songs that I like. That song she did with Doja Cat, I think Best Friend, is also a good song. Like she's good for a collab, but she's not an artist. Like I don't think she writes her song. I don't know this as a fact. Her EP is still floating. I like that. The low vibrational plates and music. Look, it's giving low vibrational. Like it is. It is. I like Nicki music too. She can definitely rap. Megan can too, though. Okay, so Megan might be one of the few new rap girls that can rap. Like I'm talking about the new mainstream. Obviously, there are undercover rap artists that are giving what needs to be gave. I'm not talking about that. So my theory is this. I think that record labels aren't investing in the artists because they don't think they're going to get a return. And so they're going to run and sign the hottest new artists that or someone who goes viral. Not even if they're not for songs, right? Like even if they're not about songs, you go viral and you look like you can maybe stay into you can stay on a beat for 2 seconds. we'll get it, and we'll make a song and we'll put it up there, and we're going to try to sell. That's it. And when you burn out and you lose steam, we'll throw you off. If you don't sell, it's fine, because we didn't invest anything in you. We're just going to try to sell as much of the foolishness, right? The low frequency played, the low vibrational music as we can. We're going to try to sell as much, and we're not going to invest in artist development because that's too much money. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on, because everything feels so disposable. There's nothing like it's not. It's just really bad, and I'm mad because, like, now I'm trying to see, like, oh, now I want to go to concerts or whatever. What concert am I going to go to? What rap con? First and foremost, I probably shouldn't be going to a rap concert just generally. But where are we going? Because I'm not about to go watch Sweetie fall asleep on stage. Like, I'm not about to do that. I like Summer Walker's voice. I'm not about to go again, because I went to Broccoli City Festival. I'm not about to go watch Summer Walker sit there and do nothing. I'm not. I grew up with Beyonce. I grew up with Beyonce, and like, I know you can't be a Beyonce on the stage, and if you don't like Beyonce, you don't like her, that's fine. I don't really care. You're wrong. You don't have good taste. That's neither here nor there. But I don't expect to go there and fall asleep. You don't have Whitney Houston's voice, you don't have Mariah Carey's voice, and you don't have Celine Dion's voice. So no, you don't get to sit there and do nothing. You don't. You need to give me a performance. You're wasting my time and my money, and I don't like that. Anywho, let's continue. Beyonce is a great rapper. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I didn't go that far. Now, you know, I'm a high-ranking member of the Beehive, but I'm not about to go that far. She went off on Ape-ish, and My Mood Forever, when she said, "I am Beyonce, Giselle knows Carter." Period. Your name better have a meaning. Let everyone be mad. Even you got cheated on. I mean, sorry. Cardi's verse a hit when they do. Meg can rap, and Sweetie new EP has a bop. I don't care. I don't know how many of their concert I'd go to, though. I think I'd go to a Megan Thee Stallion concert. I would. I would like to see Megan. I would definitely not. I don't know. I wish Cardi the best. Let me just leave it there. I wish Cardi the best. If y'all say Beyonce can perform, you definitely didn't watch the Coachella. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going back and forth. Someone also told me that Beyonce can sing, and I was like, yeah, no. You're not operating in reality, and there is a place for you and people like you that you need to be checked into. So I'm not about to sit here and talk to someone who's obviously deaf. Like, I'm not doing that. No. Beyonce can sing, girl. No. All right. So talking about white supremacy, this is a great transition into the next topic, actually. That was not a part of the lineup. I just needed to talk about Sweetie because I don't feel bad for her. Let me stop. Beyonce is an imperialist white supremacist. Look, y'all gonna be mad in these comments. I'm not responding to that. Does Sweet 2023 say no to being a submissive provider? Period. Say no to being a Where's Obi? All right. So Ashanti went on the Breakfast Club. Before we get into white supremacy, Ashanti went on the Breakfast Club, and I have to do this delicately. She was talking about a producer, I believe, who wanted her to sleep with him, well, have a shower with him to get the music they've been working on. Let's play this in here. I'm not even going to comment on this. I have one comment on this, just one comment on this.
I think I might have talked about this once. One producer, like, we did 2 records together. He was like, okay, you gonna, I'm not gonna charge you, you my homie, whatever, whatever. And then when it came time to put on the album, he was like, well, let's take a shower together. And what?
Well,
And
let's
I
take a
thought he was
shower
joking.
together.
Like, I thought he was joking. And then he's like, nah, I'm dead serious. Like, let's go out and let's take a shower together and I'll give you the records. If not, I need 40 racks per record.
Jesus Christ. Let's take a shower together.
And I was like, again, I thought he was joking, because we have been working with each other for like producer. I think I might have talked about.
I don't know her life and I don't know her situation, and this sucks. And I think this happens to a lot of people. I'm not even going to say it the way that I want to, because I really want to say, just say his name. I want to do that. But I also have to recognize that I don't know if she's in danger. I don't know why she's not saying his name. I hope it's not. Let me say it this way. I hope it's not because she does not want to cause drama. Because I am sure, I don't know if this is a fact, but I'm sure that this person is not and did not just stop or start with her. And the reality that this person could be out there doing this to other people, I think should animate that which you choose to reveal and how you choose to reveal it. If you don't want to say it, please message me at themisandthought.com. I'm laughing because I would definitely do it. I promise you I would do it. Please message me at themisandthought through themisandthought.com or themisthought@gmail.com. I'll put it out there. Like, I'm not, she's not protecting him. I think hopefully, and I really do hope she's protecting herself and maybe something else. But I want more people to just start saying names. Just start saying names. I know it's a difficult thing to do, so I'm trying to be sensitive and not say, why aren't you just saying his name? I'm not doing that. Say his name. So do it. Do it. I think it should be done. I think it should be done. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go. That's the one comment. That's the one. I have more, but I'm just going to leave it there because I don't want to be insensitive. So, did you guys hear about Jerry Jones? Did you guys hear about Jerry Jones? Drop a 1 if you heard about Jerry Jones, because
Producer.
if you heard about Jerry Jones, I want to get into this. But if you haven't, I have to do a backstory, and I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing a backstory for any of these topics, by the way. All right, y'all heard. All right. He is a team owner. There was a picture of him. Let me see if I can go back to the picture. I don't want to put it up, but I'm going to put it up. All right. So this is Jerry Jones. A picture of him surfaced, and it was him as a teen at a he was a part of a group of teen segregationists. I have to say that I think he's the owner of the Cowboys, whatever. I don't please, when it comes to sports, take whatever I say about who owns what with a grain of salt. And by a grain of salt, I mean a block, like a cube, like it's probably wrong. Like, so let's just say he owned the Cowboy. He owns a team. And there is a picture of him as a young man with the white teen segregationists, right? Obviously integration, and there were people who say don't integrate, and he was a part of the crowd. Now there was a statement put out that I'm not about to read live on air, but I did read it. And he said he just so happened to be there. I don't believe that, but it is what it is. That there are racist people is not frightening to me, and I'm not saying he is currently racist. That is for him to prove. As a black person, I am not about to sit here and defend a person who was a part of a segregationist group, or at least in the vicinity where a picture was taken of them. But that's me. Stephen A. Smith apparently is not me. And so he had the following to say when it came to Jerry Jones. So here we go.
We also understand what we as black people and as black folks, black men have to deal with. And by the way, to some degree, we still deal with a lot of things, and we all know it. Racism is alive and well. Bigotry and prejudice is alive and well. We get all of that. But you're going to bring up a photo of him when he was 14, 15 years old, 65 or 66 years ago. This is where cancer culture gets into the mix. And you're making that. We get all of that. We also understand what we as black people and as black folks, black men have to deal with. And by the way, to some degree, we still deal with a lot.
Oh wait, let's pull up what he said. I am very fond of Jerry Jones, and he doesn't deserve what just happened to him. I am very fond of Jerry Jones, and he doesn't deserve what just happened to him. I'm gonna play that again. I'm gonna play that again.
A lot of things, and we all know it. Racism is alive and well. Bigotry and prejudice is alive and well. We get all of that. But you're going to bring up a photo of him when he was 14, 15 years old, 65 or 66 years ago. This is where cancer culture gets into the mix. And you're making that. We get all of that. We also understand what we as black people and as black folks, black men have to deal with. And by the way, to some degree, we still deal with a lot of things, and we all know it. Racism is alive and well. Bigotry and prejudice is alive and well. We get all of that. But you're going to bring up a photo of him when he was 14, 15 years old, 65 or 66 years ago. This is where cancer culture gets into the mix. And you're making that. We get all of that. We also understand what we...
So here's where I stand. If you were photographed, so not you here, if there was a white lady at a KKK meeting and she was pregnant, and I found out that you were the child, the fetus, there with your mother, I promise you I'm still not about to come out and defend you as a black person. If I am your quote unquote black friend, know that I am not going to come out and defend you against racism if you are photographed anywhere. I don't care how long ago it was. We got around a segregationist group. Why? Because you should be proving that you are not a racist. We should be able to look at your track record to figure out if through your life we can say, well, he was there, but like he's done this, this, and that. And I don't know, he hired a black coach. He has more black people here. He donates to black groups. You did, at this point, you're going to have to show something. Because I'm not about to sit here and defend you against... My experience of you is not the rest of the world's experience of you. There can be racist people who make an exception for you being a black person. Yes, there can. There definitely can be. Well, let me go up and read these. That's some... He protecting his mother. Like, it's kind of odd that you are going to take this position. Like, you are indignant. How dare they put up a picture of a young Jerry Jones at a segregationist rally and point that out? How dare they? Why are you talking? Where is he? The way that the Jewish community, and it wasn't Jewish, it was the gay community It wasn't the gay community. It was the white women's community. All of it. The way they decide, I am not about to sit here and have my image disparaged is beautiful. I think it is beautiful. I think when you have standards regarding how you're referenced, if it is a beautiful thing. And I think every community should have standards regarding how they address certain things. And because we don't have any standards, I'm not sure how we expect anyone else to treat us with any kind of dignity, because it doesn't make sense to me that you're out here defending. No, I'm going to be silent. Yeah, he pays he bought all of this. We're friends, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. If he racist, well, he's not been racist to me, but if he racist, you're showing me a picture of him at a segregationist rally, I'm going to say, I don't know. That's up to him and you and God. I'm not about to sit here and defend it. Talking about it was so long ago. Black men are putting on a cape for white men. They love that. The way these black men will say, don't for anything unless it's something I'm mad about, just gutless. The whole lot of them. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't think anyone asked him to defend us. I think he was auditioning. He was like, look, I'm going to defend him and I'm going to show him how loyal I am because I'm not about to let people drag him. Here's what the other person had to say. This too I disagree with. This is like the bare minimum. But here.
Specifically asked Jerry Jones to denounce racism. I think it's very important with where we're at in this time in history right now. I didn't hear him do that with Colin Kaepernick. His silence was heard all over the country as related to George Floyd. And here was another opportunity where, frankly, Stephen A., I felt like his answer felt to me it was above approach, right? He was above the matter. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Mm-hmm. Jerry Jones, our friend. I think that's very important. And I say that because I don't condone the 14-year-old kid doing that. Like, I agree with you. We're on the same page, 14-year-old kid, curiosity. Yeah. But sometimes in life, there's good people and there's bad people. And what happened, I just want to specifically ask Jerry Jones to denounce racism. I think it's very important.
Disagree with him. Okay, so these men are asking for literally the bare minimum, and he's not even doing that. This man said, I'm specifically asking my friend Jerry Jones to come out and denounce racism. That should be easy. That should be like, okay, yeah, I denounced the racism, blah, go ahead. It doesn't actually mean anything, but at least they're not about to do it. If your friend is not, I mean, I guess you could be friends with your boss, but there is a delineation. This sounds like your boss to me. This sounds like someone above you in the hierarchy. Because the way you are like being soft and no, are you racist or not? Let us know. Not only should you denounce it, we're gonna need a donation. We're gonna need a written apology. We can't demand anything because there's no power there. So period. I don't know why you sat there thought you could demand some foolishness talking about you gonna want him to denounce it, but it was a picture so long ago, it's meaningless. No, you're mad, but you have to bite down on your pride because you don't feel like you're powerful enough to tell him what you want him to do. And that's just that at that. At least Stephen A. Smith is over here saying, I'm going full throttle. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to do anything. It is what it is. This one over here is like, Jay Williams says, I agree that it was so long ago, but he's been silent for a long time. He doesn't really do anything about racism. So as a friend, I would like him to come out and say, I denounce racism. Yeah, it sounds like you're not going to get it. Like it feels like you ask for the bare minimum in hopes that you will get the bare minimum so you can continue to be friends with him and no one will say anything because at least he came out and denounced racism. But he didn't even do that. He said, I was young. Now what y'all gonna do about it? he didn't he didn't say, he didn't say anything. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He didn't. Yeah, there was a list of things Kyrie Irving should do. And I agree. Like, you insulted a group of people and they get to set the standard for if you want their forgiveness. Now, does this man want both of y'all's forgiveness? Again, Stephen A. Smith said there's nothing to forgive him for. He did nothing wrong, period. It was too long ago. Now, Jay Williams is like, I'm telling you to apologize. Well, no, say I'm pleading and I'm begging, I'm asking, I'm crying, I'm trying to get you to apologize. Don't tell him you're telling him to apologize. Nobody's listening to you. Like I'm tired of the foolishness. Like, let's just be real. No, what? Like, if I don't apologize, what are you gonna? You can't stop being my friend. Like, you can't. So, and if you do, I don't care. Yeah. Like I'm tired of this. Let's continue. Let's continue because I don't see the point in this. Now, LeBron James. Let's hear what LeBron James had to say about this.
So I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that. Okay. Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, Black people, have been through in America. And I feel like as a Black man, as a Black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
So you did everything there except address the picture. I'm not mad at him because I like the lashing he gave the media. I agree with the lashing he gave the media. You have all that time to talk. Now add what you think about Jerry Jones. What are your demands? What do you think about it? Like you gave none of that. You point to the media and you say, y'all are hypocrites. Agreed. Y'all don't ask me about Jerry Jones. Agreed. You should have asked me about Jerry Jones. Agreed. All right. Now that we've set this up, tell us what you think about Jerry Jones. He walked off. I am so mad at y'all for not asking me a question about a topic I can bring up sua sponte, so I'm going to leave. You can bring it up yourself. They didn't ask you the question. If you can sit there and chastise them, which they deserve, agree, love that. I like that flex. Like, period. I'm here for it. You did that. Now continue doing that. Now continue. You should ask me about Jerry Jones because the picture came up and our people have gone through a lot in America. And it feels like you guys only wanted to talk about Kyrie Irving and now Jerry Jones thing come up and you're not talking about it. Period. That part. You've done lashed them. Now get into your opinion on Jerry Jones. Like you can if you thought there was something of import to add, you can now add it. Like you can. They didn't ask you and you've taken over the mic and you're like, yeah, now I'm gonna tell you because my brother got dragged and I dragged my brother, period. So let me now drag this man. Because you said he was an idiot or something like that. I don't remember what he said about Kyrie Irving. And I was like, period. Now do the same here. Even though they didn't ask you. Okay, got it. Personally, I think sports, prison, and hip hop industry are black men's sunken place. Well, I think there are black men who are tremendously talented in at least two of these things. Not the prison thing, but sports and hip hop. I think there are extraordinarily talented people that are yeah, I mean, essentially used. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. I don't know why I'm fighting back against the sucking place, but I it's sad because like I understand where our need for being in entertainment and um sports came from. It was the kind of one of the very few ways through integration that we were allowed to sort of access wealth. Um, but now we can do other things, and it's unfortunate that those are the sectors that seems the sexiest for us to go into. Um, yeah, that is not fighting for anything. I just he didn't he LeBron James said I'm doing the bare minimum. Let's face it, it's three of those things, harsh but true. I feel like y'all are not gonna eat up off my neck. I mean, I deserve it. Okay, LeBron, since you want to talk NFL, can you explain why you chose to support a team that hired a sexual predator to lead their offense? I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the fact that like LeBron really ate them up and built up anticipation for us to hear him go in on someone who is supposed to be like on a question he wanted them to ask him, and then he never answered the question he wanted them to ask. I don't know. It's not giving what needs to be gave. Anywho, I'm going to open up the panel. I was thinking about not opening up the panel, but if I don't, I have one more thing that I want to get into, but I want to do that. I'm going to do the after show and then open up the panel because um the thing that I want to talk about is heavy. I put her picture on the screen and I actually kind of don't want to do it anymore. It's this lady who did something because her husband did something. Um, and I kind of don't want to do it. So I'm gonna post this and you guys can come up. Anything that I talked about today is up for grabs. I like talking to you guys. I like hearing where, and how I'm wrong. So I'm not saying this is just for that. Everyone who comes up will get a minute, unless I decide that we should talk some more because I need clarification. Ah, there you go. And I will go into the after show. See you guys on the other side. Bye. CJ said, what lady that did what? I might have to end with this story. Seeing that no one is coming on, how do I put this? All right, let's read the story together. Let's do it, and then we can close. I have an announcement, by the way. Ne- Next year, so this month, I'm obviously taking a break. We're not doing Tuesday live streams. When we get back next year, I will announce the date. I'm doing a podcast. It's not like I'm doing anything different. It's just going to be on YouTube on Tuesdays, I'm thinking, but we might change the date. And I'm trying to I'm going to have a co host each time. Hopefully, I won't ever have to do it. And we're just going to, what's the phrase? Chop it up. We're just going to chop it up. So next year, you will be seeing more of me. And I will have a guest host. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm very excited. I actually prefer talking to people than talking by myself. Um, so I'm going to end it here with this story. So a Baltimore County woman, Shantari Mrs. Weems, pleaded guilty in a district court Monday to charges related to the July shooting of her husband over allegations of child X crimes. In the plea deal, the prosecutor called for 2 years imprisonment followed by probation. However, Weems' lawyer are making a case for a lesser sentence. I think there was something about self-defense. Authorities said James Weems Jr., 57, was shot by his wife, Mistress Weems, 50, on July 21st at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Washington, D.C. Investigators said Mrs. Weems confronted her husband after learning of allegations of abuse of at least 3 children at Little Kids Castle Develop Center in Owing Mills, which is the she owned. She owned this daycare facility, and Miss Weems' lawyer argues that it was a case of self-defense. However, DC police said they found written notes by Mistress Weems that proved premeditation. James Weems is a former Baltimore City police officer. He was hired in 1996 and retired in 2005, but continued to work as a contract specialist until 2008, the department said. All right, so that's a lot. Let me break down what happens. She finds out, or there's an allegation that her husband, concern, I see in the back, I'll add you in a minute. There's an allegation that her husband abused some of the kids in her care. She then drove to where he was at a hotel in DC with her gun, she claims, for protection. And she confronted him about the children, and then something happened and he got shot and dies. So my question is, are the allegations about what he did to the children real? If those are verified and true, then not my lawyer brain, but my moral brain has a very different conclusion than my lawyer brain. I'm just going to say that. Concerned, do not go back to this story. I don't want to talk about this story because it's very difficult to talk about this story without saying my opinion, which is probably bad for me to say as a lawyer, as an attorney.
Right, and as a professional, right? I totally get that. But I think I see you and you see me, and we're on the same page. But on the Pearly things, what I wanted to add is that it's so sad that when I think about like the Mary J. Blige going through it, and the Star Jacksons, and so many Black women carry these men on their back, because it's not even only to help them build. Sometimes the women build up something and the men are just gonna quote unquote be their manager. An unqualified man being I don't even know if Nikki's man is her manager, but that's like the formula for most of the time. And they're taking from these women. It's not even only from a submissive standpoint, like they're breaking down what she built. And it's just the whole submission thing is such a joke, because even when you think about the just Pearly, like she's telling you she's submissive, but
Wait, one
Pearly is
second. I need to clarify something. I think I said, I don't know if I said dead, but I don't know if he's dead.
1 in
That much
4
is not-
Americans
I don't
can't
know.
afford their
Sorry, go ahead.
prescription drugs.
Is that me? The YouTube video or something? No. Okay, cool.
I
But
don't hear you.
I started to hear 1 in 4 Americans something or another. But yeah, the Just Pearly thing is so interesting, because she's not submissive. She's nobody's 18-year-old wife. She's not. And so it's like insult to injury, because not only is she white, but she's also like probably she's playing in their face in so many ways, because that
Wait, no. So this is, I don't like this. And the reason I don't like this is it feels like you're trying to warn them. And I don't like that. I don't want them warned. What they're doing is great. They're doing great.
Well, I won't. You know what it is? Maybe I'm not trying to warn them. If they get that from this, bless them. What I'm saying is that for the rest of us, think about the fact that they're talking out of the two sides of their neck. Like, they're saying they want a submissive woman who will fight you in an argument and push and like, she squares up against these men and pushes back, even when she's agreeing with them. It's all well and good, but when a guy disagrees with her, she will come back with the same amount of energy as any other person. But these women cannot even raise their voice when these men are talking. And
I think that's submission. They're submissive. I think they're right.
I think they're right. It's just, dang, like the Pearly thing is on so many dimensions. Bizarre. It's so bizarre. It's bizarre to watch.
I think it's great, and I think it's predictable, and I love that for them. That's my opinion of it. Like,
Well, that's what I have to add.
I mean, I see people who like really care, and I do care, but they're like going hard against it, and it's like, girl, nobody's gonna listen to you. Like, these people, if they don't see the contradiction, if they don't see the issue, period. Good for them. I love that. Like, I honestly have. There's very little hope that I have in the manosphere, and it's like, nah, I'm good. They're good. They're doing
But
great.
it's so strange, because you, outside of these YouTube streets, like, you think about, like, so many men think this way, they just wouldn't say it out loud, and so you're hearing it. It's not only it's not only the incels that think this way. A lot of like married men, a lot of traditionalist men think this way.
Yeah, not only that, like, let me leave marriage alone. I'm not about to go there. Thank you so much, concern.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye. Hello.
Hey, famous.
How are you? You have a minute.
So I agree with everything Concern said, but I noticed that Kanye West constantly talks about the Jews, but he always have Jewish people around him, like his lawyer is Jewish. Also, Milo Yiannopoulos is Jewish, his mom is Jewish. But it seems to me he is just upset with what Jared Taylor did behind his back. Like, I noticed he constantly bring up, like, he brought this up on Tucker Carlson interview. He brought this up on Tim Pool's interview briefly, and on Alex Jones' InfoWars interview, that Jared Kushner went behind his back when he was supposed to be allegedly his friend and owned 10% of Kim Kardashian's scams when Kanye West only owned 5%. And when it comes to that, I don't know what to say about that, but it's just Kanye West is basically, he's looking for friendship. But I also wanted to talk about the passport bros. From what I understand, they are black men that go to foreign countries to seek out women who are financially unstable and value U.S. citizenship to bring them back. Or
you're wrong in a very
women who are
way.
vulnerable.
Wait, no. They're not actually going there. right?
Well,
Some of
that-
them are, but there are men who are threatening to go there, but are saying they're using their passport card, so that means they're probably not traveling. But go ahead.
Yes, and this is why people call them super predators, because that is a very predator mindset. It's just they just find a way to attack their own image and then blame everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a good night. Miss Deeds.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to start off my end of 2022 apology tour by saying the following. Themis, I apologizing for calling just pearly things former President Zachary Taylor. I also apologize for saying that Hafiz would have to bend the knee and Dracarys. As far as her leading the manosphere, like I'm so like decentered men, I don't really care. But I think it's funny because I think I could see this happening from so many miles away. The musical discussion that we had earlier, like I think, okay, I don't see myself trying to find myself in a lot of R&B music and rap anymore because it's such trash. And I'm older, and I just remember when you could have a sexy female rapper, but you could also have like a Missy Elliott and Yo-Yo and people that were just like, I'm going to, lyrically bash you, right? And there was this battle rap amongst women then. So now when I listen to them and it's like, I've got the best BBL and the fattest, I'm like, for who? For what? What does that pay? What's the degree that's associated with it? What's that retirement plan? Because it looks like the Erica Mena girls get kicked to the curb, dragged through hell, and then look like a shadow of themselves. Hashtag White Walkers. So I don't see men as being a good investment. And all in all, like the rap girls that are here just to be pretty, I hope that ends soon. I think we're seeing the end of the halo effect for a lot of the quote unquote pretty girls because it pays you in ashes.
Yeah. And people are no longer saying, oh, you're just going to put this image up and we're just going to buy their. No one's going to do that. Well, people did that. And I'm glad. I'm not glad Sweetie failed in terms of her music, but I'm glad that someone who is not an artist and did not produce, in my opinion, good art, art is subjective. People decided, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and I think there was some chat discussion about bad contracts. When we were talking about Jerry Jones, and there was a reference to team owners being like slave owners, and I just hope that kind of discussion ends because we go to work and we get paid. Maybe people make bad deals, but there's nothing like I'm not going to compare it to chattel slavery, and I want.
Oh, it's not. These people are voluntarily deciding
Yes.
to jump in there.
Yeah, and I mean, and I think discussing the desire for nonstop attention for a lot of Black men is another thing. And then deciding to make bad financial deals because you want to be seen first. But this is not slavery, and there's nothing like slavery. And yeah, that's all. So, all
I
right.
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Have a good night. Oh, one more thing. I got a big promotion and now I'm a corporate director for a major company. So whoop whoop to me.
Period. You better go in. I love that.
Yes,
Congrats.
yes.
Congrats.
I might be
Congrats.
hiring, but I'm trying to hide my identity because I talk too crazy on the interwebs. All right, bye guys.
Bye, period. Have a good one. I love that. You better be promoted. I should have listened to my first mind until you know the first time. Plan B, period. Hey, truth teller with the here. It's giving here. It's giving here. How art thou? You're muted. I can't hear you. You're not muted on my end, but I can't hear you. I cannot hear a word you're saying, but the here is giving here. Wait, are you leaving and coming back? All right, so let me pretend like I have things to say while you leave and come back. I do have something to say. So Kanye West, I think on the Tim Pool interview, he was saying that he couldn't even do math and that he didn't know what a business was and he was just learning to run a business and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, that makes sense. That does make sense. It makes sense because, like, him saying people coming in and owning part of his wife's company and all of that, it feels like you should have known. No, they leave them. They just use them. Yeah. It feels like you should have known. I feel like you just don't know how anything works. You're muted. Oh, but are you guys saying I'm muted? Can you guys hear me? I can't always muted. Please like the video and show Themis the love. Period. Hey Paris. I was waiting. Yeah, it's fine. How are you?
Hey, Themis. Kanye West is
I
a whole liar.
mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed. Hello. Oh, I think everyone is having
Can you
audio
hear me?
issues. Yep, I can hear you now.
I was saying I'm calling him Ku Klux Coon. He gets on my last nerve. Somebody please intervene. Take the microphone. Stop interviewing him. I don't know who's worse, him or Herschel Walker. At least Herschel Walker has CTE or something, traumatic brain injury. I don't know what Kanye's problem is besides.
The thing is with Kanye, it's like I was about to say he obviously don't have friends, but it must be difficult to have that much. So if a celebrity walks in a room, right, and you want them there, and you want to maintain some kind of relationship with them, everything they say becomes truth and your pushback cannot be too forceful, right? And when you have that environment, you probably go through life believing you're always right. That is a terrible way to live. Like, I cannot imagine after watching the Tim Pool before that, but even watching the Tim Pool where they weren't even pushing back like at all, really. It was interesting to see how he reacted and walked out. He should have walked out, and I don't like Nick Freitas, the Yiannopoulos, like the group is terrible. But like the fact that you can't even sit through an interview where someone kind of disagrees with you, it's like you go through life with everyone around you telling you yes. That breeds narcissism. I'm not saying he's narcissistic. I'm using this in the most colloquial sense that I can, because I'm not about to diagnose anyone. I never said that. I'm not about to diagnose anyone, but like I just can't. Like your mind probably is warped, and you probably do think you're a genius because everyone around you is telling you yes.
But I would like to push back that only slightly because I feel like it's not even something that comes with wealth. I feel like this neurotic, narcissistic behavior and tendency is bred into a lot of Black men by their mothers who tell them they're wonderful, the world's against them, coddling them. Everything that we do in rearing a lot of these men, they end up with this type of antisocial personality, think they're
Yeah,
perfect,
well,
all of that.
I if this is true, then obviously it's elevated when you have celebrity, and
Correct.
I don't think a person like Kanye is going to listen to anyone he thinks is beneath him, and Kanye probably thinks everyone is beneath him.
Exactly. And what makes it even worse, the same rearing that we're talking about happens in white culture too. Like Donald Trump is a prime example. The only difference is daddy can cash a check. They can get them out of trouble. With our men, they don't have an out to get out. We'll try to save them, but it's only so much that we can do. And that's why he's so into Donald Trump.
Not our man.
Our
not
men.
not our.
Our men. Because I want them waiting on me hand and foot. Our men.
Period.
Because no matter what we do, there's no way that society is going to literally look at us and hold us separate. They can say, well, we're doing this and we're doing that, but in the end of the day, if the purge happens, guess what? They're not going to hold a little place to the side for us. And unfortunately, the only issue is when we get singled out, the men of our community go over there with the other people and turn on us too. That's the issue more than anything.
Yeah. Kanye did understand business. Why must black men with ambition make it a point to convince white people they are weak suckers who got there by accident? It's so gross. Yeah. Well, what Kanye understands is not be
No, Kanye understands business. Let me tell you something. Kanye is the same as Donald Trump. They play stupid, but they're not stupid. So you get to a certain level of wealth. You know what he did to make sure that he gets out of paying taxes? He opened up a quote unquote church, right? And even with this, all
Well,
these new.
I'm gonna just hold. I'm gonna put a pause there because apparently he's been going around trying to get people to explain if what he's doing is tax evasion, and he claims they're coming after him to throw him in prison because of taxes. And apparently he has a $50 million tax bill.
Yeah, because he tried to play the Trump game and don't know what he's doing and don't have the connections to do it. But just he opened up
By
a
the way, I'm
school.
not saying allegedly because this all came from his own mouth.
Right.
So
He opened up a school. He opened up a church. Both of them are going to be entities that can suck up money and not have to pay taxes. Right. And then on top of that, now I feel like he's getting out of these deals so he can reduce how much he would pay Kim when she divorces him. Everything he does is strategic. He's not an idiot. He likes
I
to play an
promise
idiot.
you, everything he does is not strategic. I promise you that much. I think because the thing is, when you there is, I don't know, there is something to be said about someone who's going to go full blown anti-Semite. Like I don't even understand that. Like I don't know why you're doing that. I feel like that's just kind of evil.
Oh, it is evil, but he also knows that's the one thing that can get him shut out of certain places that, again, I don't think he necessarily wanted to be shut out. I think his mouth got too big. Like what they say, your mouth wrote a check that your ass can't cash. But no, I don't think he's an idiot. He likes to play dumb. He's saying that he can't read, he can't do math, he can't do anything, but he opened a school. So who wrote his contracts? Who created these contracts when he signs other people? He knows how to get money off other people. He may not know the inner workings of how to create a business and maintain that, which is why he uses these brands to do the inner workings of it. But he
Look,
has some kind of
a
idea.
lot of people who don't know how to do things were elevated not even in an organic way, and as soon as they step out of line they were removed. So the idea that he has to be somewhat business savvy to build what he built, I'm not going to say this is not true, but I will caution using that to be an explanation of how he got where he needed to go.
Oh, no. I think sheer ego is what got him to where he needed to go, which is something that pays off if you're a rapper. It doesn't pay off with much else besides in the entertainment kind of industry, but he definitely used his ego to push his way through the same way Donald Trump did. They literally have him on tape pretending to be someone else talking about himself and his wealth. He literally did interviews in the 80s and 90s about, hey, you effed over all these banks. Nobody will do business with you. Where are you getting your money from? And Donald Trump's family literally looked at the camera and said, the Russians. It's like the ego is what drives them.
Yeah, I mean, I think we disagree. Well, I don't know if we disagree. I don't. I from what Kanye has presented to me, I don't see intelligence or smarts, but maybe I'm wrong and maybe this is a master plan. I don't know. I think it's anti-Semitic, it's wrong, and it's evil. That's more akin to where I'm going, and recognizing that there's a part of me that believes you don't get to $1 billion without some level of intelligence. You can, and not a lot of people can, but I think people who are selected can be artificially propped up. And we see that a lot of contracts can be given and signed, and on paper, you become a billionaire. And then you rip those papers up and those contracts up, and you don't have anything. So a lot of people don't even have liquid cash. They're like, the net worth is assets and liabilities, and counting assets include projected income. And even Kylie Jenner's lip kit was valued at billions of dollars with the assumption that she would maintain her celebrity. Let's see how well that went. But anyway, thank you so much. I'll have my last caller of the day, which is Truth Teller.
Have a great night, you guys.
You too. Bye. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm on my cell phone. My laptop is acting up for some reason. Yeah, I don't know.
You're like, your face card never declined, my God.
Thank you. I wanted to comment on a couple of things. The TJ, is it TJ or PJ Holmes?
TJ.
TJ, okay. So I was watching another person's channel, and there's more to the story with regard to him. Well, one, I think I caught a little bit of Cynthia G's, where he like professed about how his wife, not only that post that he wrote on Instagram or wherever it was, talking about how she increased his wealth, he learned another language, he all of these other stuff. The value that so-called Black women need to be bringing to the table, that she brought over and beyond what was expected to this man, and still he leaves her. And so, it just goes to show, Cynthia G is right, 100%. The issue is not that you're not feminine enough, that you're not bringing any so-called value, that you wear a weave or you wear a wig, or the issue is that you're not white. And I just want Black men to just say that, because this is the woman is beautiful. Number one, she's
wait. What do you mean? At least the manosphere said it. The manosphere has said it.
Oh, have they? The Black manosphere?
Yeah, they said it.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Well, see, I don't really be watching them. I only became aware of them from the clips that pops up in my YouTube feed. So I don't know the intricacies of all what their thought processes are.
Me either, but they showed pearly things. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I want them to like outrightly come out and like say it.
Why?
Because it's like, it's the gaslighting that they continue to perpetuate. And a lot of us here who are privy to like this thought process, but the critical mass of Black women, still are choosing to exercise cognitive dissonance as it pertains to the truth about, unfortunately, the men in our community, which is that they do not love themselves, and therefore they cannot love anybody else. Right? Like that's because I've been thinking about it. I'm like, what is it? And it's like, at this point, either some demon set on them or somebody said, it don't make no sense. It just does not make no sense. Like this woman, first of all, she's a preference.
They don't have to say anything more. I feel like if they don't say another word, we should all get it.
No, but the critical, because and you've shared before, and we all know, I'm sure, and even people in the chat have friends and extended family members and whoever, Black women, that are still limiting themselves and restricting themselves to only preferring to date Black men. And it's insofar as those women still exist, then the problem will still persist in terms of Black men feeling like they're a prize when they have nothing really much of value to give in order for a woman to feel like she won by being with them. And they're still, by and large, most Black women still prefer to date intraracially as opposed to interracially. And so that's why I feel like, but hopefully this TJ, whatever his name is, story goes mainstream enough for them to see it. And like, it's really important for them to see that this woman, firstly, she would be a preference because she's half Black, I believe. She's mixed. She's a lawyer, so she's educated, and all the things that she did for him, and still he leaves her. And I also heard too that apparently their affair wasn't going on for like a couple months, but apparently a year or something like that, allegedly. But I also wanted to comment on the pearly things because I watch ABBA and Preach, the Canadian guys, the Canadian black guys, and you need to see this video, and I think so does Cynthia G, where this black man, British, he sounds like he could be Jamaican background because I can like hear a little bit of the accent there, went on a tirade against ABBA and Preach because they did a video critiquing pearly things and her hypocrisy or what have you. And this black man came out and cursed off.
Critique pearly things. Where was I?
They did. You need to check out. So there's two. So they did a critique, firstly, of pearly things, calling her out and basically acknowledging what you said, that like she's about the bag and the irony's there. And then this black British guy, dragged ABBA and Preach in defense of this white woman. And I have yet to see any black man on YouTube defend with such vigor and fervor another black woman based off of somebody else attacking her. This
is why the diaspora war doesn't help. Because like we were like, oh, African American men do that. It's like, no, girl, it's global. They come out and wow. Retract. I'm not going to speak on that specific situation because I haven't seen it. I'm taking your word for it.
You need to watch it, and it will be another conversation. And Cynthia G also needs to watch it because I could. It is something to behold. I'm like, wow, because they were fully in their little round table thing, and they were meant to have a different conversation about divorce or marriage or something. And he interjected and did a whole filibuster for 10 minutes in defense of this woman. Yeah. So I just wanted to, yeah.
Right, and you're here telling us you want them to be more explicit?
No, I mean, like, for the everyday, I feel like they need a megaphone for the everyday black woman so that they can finally, like, give up the ghost, because, like, it's got to be genetic, because it does not make no sense. Like, as a logical, analytical person, it don't make no sense.
Not accepting that.
Yeah, it don't make, because, like, anyway. So that's my two cents. And with regard to Kanye, he's crazy. He needs to take his medication.
Not accepting that either.
No, but he's literally about to ruin his entire life and everything that he's worked for up until this point. I miss the early Kanye. I miss the Jesus Walks Kanye. I miss the college dropout Kanye.
To me, they're the same Kanye.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's
when Kanye said he leave you for a white woman, he knew exactly who he was talking about.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
He knows exactly what he's talking about. He understands what he's saying. I think I've never been so sure, even though I don't know, of a person wanting to be
white.
Yeah. Like I've never been so sure.
And credit to Cynthia G, because that's what she be saying. That's what she be saying about these black kids, because it doesn't make any sense. Because when I look at black women, and I've said this on here before, like, black men do not see the value in black women. And you cannot force somebody to see your value. They either recognize it or they do not. And insofar as someone does not recognize your value, that's when you need to, then that means that they're not for you, period. And that's where it begins and it ends. So it's either they see your value or they don't. If they do, great. And if they don't, all right, peace. Because there's nothing more that can be done.
He had a fit. I thought that those white men created a circle of protection around the misdeeds. No. Continue.
No, you have to watch the video. You have to watch the ABBA and Preach one specifically that reviewed what he had to say, because that was very funny too. The way in which they addressed it. And they basically played his video in full. He went on.
It's not like we're doing anything right now.
Yeah. I was like, but Lord, what you know?
Huh?
I said, I was like, but Lord, what you? the way how this man was defending this woman, if I didn't know any better, I would think that she was his woman.
All right, wait. Which one is it? Let me.
It's the most recent one. It was put up today, I believe, or if not yesterday. It says, okay, scroll down. That one with that dreaded guy. Yeah, that one. Yes, that one.
Oh, you guys can see that I didn't watch it.
Foot. I got smoke too. Okay, sorry.
We are going to begin. The madness starts now.
Are we addressing the elephant in the room? Which is what? Huh? Listen, I'll light up the internet, Emma. I'll light up the internet.
Please address the elephant.
Okay, let me address it. Let me address a little bit of it. You get me? Just Pearly Things, yeah. Just Pearly Things is a network, yeah. So when you tag Just Pearly Things, just know you're coming for everyone on the.
Wait, sorry, let me put you back. I can't do this live. No, because I'm about to say some things. And the other thing, let me just say, I know where this is going. This man really sat there. Period. I'm not going to do this live. And the reason I'm not going to do this live is I'm not about to attack Just Pearly Things. I'm not about to sit here and justify Abba and preach and say they're right. I'm not doing that because the manosphere need to do what the manosphere does. And if I watch this live, my true opinions are going to come out, and I'm not about to do that. I'm not doing that live. I made a vow about not addressing Just Pearly Things in any meaningful way about her content creation, or even if there's hypocrisy or whatever, and that these men would be defending her. Like, I know what is going to happen, and I'm going to get some wine. I'm going to sit down, and before my friends come over at 10, I'm about to sit here and watch it. I'm about to watch it. This is funny.
You should. When I said, watch her. Like, the way how this man defend this woman, you would swear that this woman was his sister, his mother. Like, I mean, he went in, and I said, all right, thank you, sir.
Someone said, oh, we can laugh. All right, y'all have to hold me accountable. Don't let me say things because words slip out.
Just mute yourself.
Yeah, I'll just mute myself. You can
and make your comments in the back.
With all of us. Period. If you mess with her, you mess with all of her. No, see, no. All right, no comment. We're going, isn't this copyright infringement? Can you interrupt sometime and make comment? Tell me when to pause. You're going to be leading the show, essentially.
Me?
Yeah, just raise your hand like that and I'll pause it.
Okay.
All right. I may or may not go off camera.
With all our views combined, yeah?
Do you know what Pearly Things is?
It's the girl we covered, the one who doesn't want women to be able to vote or have birth control, because women don't go to the draft.
If this was Pearl's world, I'd get rid of birth control. I'd ban it, but that'll never happen. I think that's the root of all evil. And I'd actually,
women, you can't vote. No birth control. Keep it going.
No, because it's always freedom without responsibility. And
I
so,
love
like,
it.
the
Women
reason
should not vote. Pearly
but
said it herself.
I'll tell you why, though. I'll tell you why. Because it was freedom without responsibility. And before women, like I believe in consequences for your decision. So the men know if they vote someone batshit crazy.
I cannot do this because, like, she literally in that interview said, I am about to. I would run for office. So how can you both want women to not vote? Why? All right, I'm done. That's
so okay. So I have to tell you, Themis. So the video clip that they just showed with her and Mr. Suits was the one that Abba and Preach originally did a review of or commentary of. And as a result of that, that is what compelled this guy to make a response to it. He was so offended that Abba and Preach, and Abba, by the way, Abba and Preach are very measured in their critique. So it's not as if like they're out here dragging anybody. They're very moderate. They tend to be with like their politics. And so the fact that, because I did watch that video as well with their criticism of Pearly Things regarding, her basically being misogynistic, internalized misogynism towards women regarding the draft situation and whatever. And so the guy saw that video review that Abba and Preach did and felt some type of way. And so hence his dragation of Abba and Preach.
Wait, I'm not going to continue. You remember my review of it? I didn't finish it completely.
Yes, I do. Partially. I didn't see all of it, your review
Was
of
it similar to Abba and Preach?
I don't think so, because they were I can't remember in detail yours, to be honest, because I don't think I ended up watching it through because I ended up having to do something else.
Yeah.
And their review, it was very measured, I thought. Like, I don't think that it was they're not really left-leaning or right-leaning. They're kind of, like I said, they're moderate.
Well, they're not moderate. But in that video, did they agree with Hafiz or just probably things more on substance?
I don't think I agree with either of them, if I remember. Like they were critiquing sort of like both of them. I don't think they were really they were more focused on what Pearly Things had to say, particularly given that she's a woman, more so than Hafiz.
All right, got it. I'm gonna watch this. I can't do it live because I can't control my tongue. Not on here. I'm gonna go and watch it, and I may or may not have a video out reviewing it.
Okay.
I may or may not have
I
a video
want
out
you
reviewing
to review it because it's too good. It's too good. It's too good for you not to review
No,
it.
it's not even just too good. It's the optics. It's like you just don't know what to do with your image. It's just,
But that's what I'm saying. But this is why, so you can take it and intellectualize it more and contextualize it, because I was just like,
oh no, there will be no intellectualize. I'm just gonna laugh at them. The intellectualizing will happen right now. When I come back, I'm just gonna be laugh.
God, I couldn't believe what I was watching because I just happened to click on the video and I said, wow. He went on like an impassioned rant about Abba and Preach regarding this woman.
Period. All right. Well, if all goes well, either maybe I'll even come live this weekend and play it, and then I'll play it and then make it like private or something. I'll just go live, review it, and then hide it afterwards. Okay. Because period. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Gonna enjoy this right now. Have a wonderful night, guys.
Oh, I wanted to ask, did you get my email that I'd sent you?
No.
I don't know why I have problem to send you email.
No, you might not have. My inbox is actually full. My general thing is like literally full because everyone messages me on DM Truth.
Of course, my email address is not going to say Truth Teller. It says my first name and last name.
I'm glad you think I know your first name and last name.
I know. Well, I can tell you, it's Nicola Lee.
Wait, why you're doxing yourself out in these streets?
It's okay.
No, don't do that.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
yeah. You can put it in the chat. Did you see it?
Girl, you sent me a dissertation.
I did. I can't help it. I like to labrish.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna read that in the next 3 to 5 business days.
Oh, that's fine. There's gonna be another one coming your way as well.
Pajama party with demons. Yeah, I might do one of those where we just
But watch the video and perhaps even get your friends, regale them with that video as well, because it was just too perfect. Too perfect. Watch the both of them. Watch the review that Abba and Preach did, firstly, of her comment with, again, what's the suit guy's name?
Oh, I see what you did. You lied about your name. That's not your name. I see it now. Got it. I thought you were like saying your actual name on here. I just saw your email and I saw part of got it. Truth Teller was in the thing.
Yes.
Anywho, thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. Have a great night. Enjoy your friends and watch it. You guys.
I'm literally gonna pour a glass of wine and watch now.
Okay. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Absolutely, absolutely adore you guys so much. No, I literally thought she was out here like doxing herself, but she wasn't, and I'm very happy about that. So, anywho, have a wonderful night. Peace, love, harmony, and all of that. Um, Wait, not my hair. Period. I can do an afro, I think. Period. I'm gonna try an afro tonight.